I just did a year for him already, so he just like, yeah, this kid done been through a lot. And for the most part, on my probation, I've been doing what I was supposed to. So I feel like he gave me a chance and just like, you go to Minnesota, I'm gonna let you feel me. I'm gonna switch your probation over to.
Definitely, but it's like
It ain't that I can't stop, it's that I won't stop. I made a few plays off a flip, now I'm on top. I'm Southside Chief, homie. Yeah. What you know about it? Lake Street legend CEO, not the co-founder. What you wanna know about me? I'm so churched up. I'm the last man standing, but I went first up. Most hated, they don't say it when I roll up. The things that people say about me, they don't say close up. Check it, I ain't been to the booth in a minute. Niggas hate the fact that I'm winning. Who makes him the chief of the south side? Oh my nigga, I'm not the lieutenant. When I was in the gym, you wasn't in it. FaceTime, so my windows is tinted. If I said that shit, then I meant it. Niggas gave me the rules and I bent it.
Yeah.
All right, another episode of Minnesota's #1 daily show. God damn. Live on Lake Street, special guest in the building. We got Ken 10 in the building.
Yes, sir.
How you feeling?
I'm a little nervous, but I'm feeling good.
You ever done an interview before?
No.
I can always tell when somebody's never done an interview before.
Yeah.
Well, just so you know, this is gonna be just all off the cuff. I don't do scripted, no
right.
written questions, nothing. We're just gonna have a conversation. So, you were telling me a little bit off the mic. So, like, how long have you been making music?
I've been making music like since I started taking it serious when I was like 13,
How old are you now?
17.
Damn,
Yeah.
young, bro.
Yeah, I really been around it though. My dad rapped, my uncles rapped and stuff, so I was always around it. And my cousins would make beats, so I was always around it. And I like every crib I had when I stayed with my dad, he had a studio in every crib, so I was gonna find my way to it anyway.
Just came natural.
Came natural, yeah.
Yeah. And so you were born here,
Yeah.
Minneapolis, St. Paul.
St. Paul.
St. Paul.
Yeah.
Okay. So St. Paul hates me.
Why?
I don't know. I don't think they actually do. I just think there's been some misconceptions. But
Right.
I love St. Paul. I mean, the city of St. Paul, I don't like driving there just because I don't like the way
Yeah.
streets work. But
See, I was a little confused on like the Minneapolis, St. Paul stuff. I'm like, are they kind of like the same thing or is they different? But I talked to people, they're like, it's two different places.
it definitely is.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
But I don't have an allegiance really to either side, to be honest. Like, people think that I have an allegiance to Minneapolis because it's live on Lake Street. But
Right.
the truth is, like, I mean, I more so grew up in a St. Paul suburb.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm from most of my formative years were in New Brighton,
Right.
which is a suburb of St. Paul. So, like, if anything, I'm going to be St. Paul. But
Yeah, I really don't know much about none. I don't like. I was born here, but when somebody asks me where I'm from, I'd be like, I'm from Des Moines, because that's where I grew up at.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that on the mic.
No, it's like
They're going to get on your ass for that. You know,
no,
no.
I got family here too though. Like, it run deep. I got a lot of family here in Brooklyn Park, St. Paul. I got a lot of family. It's just I would feel like I wouldn't be real with myself if I just told them. I wouldn't tell the whole story. I just tell them I'm from St. Paul.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah. So, and what's the connection to Des Moines
Like, as like what?
for you? Like, why would you claim Des Moines?
Cause I've been through too much there. Like, I didn't have like people. My homeboys died there. Like, too much happened there. Over the years I was there, like, I didn't lost people. A lot of stuff didn't happen. I didn't been through too much with them people out there. I didn't build that relationship with them.
It's going down like that in Des Moines?
It's going down. Like, it's a war out there right now.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I mean, they say there's a hood everywhere, but I did not know it was. I mean,
Yeah, a lot of people say that, but it's until you really get there, you will never know. It's going down out there.
Tough
right
out
now.
there.
Yeah, that's why I'm here right now, trying to get away from that, trying to expand my horizons and do something else. Cause
that's good.
Ain't nothing to do there but get locked up.
Especially you being 17, man. It sounds like you've been through a lot at a very young age, man.
I just got out for real. I was locked up for like a year.
So now you're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Twin Cities. You're
Yeah.
back. That's good. That's good, man. Welcome back.
Thank you.
We're glad to have you.
Yeah.
And actually, just to go back real quick to the Minneapolis-St. Paul thing, they
Yeah.
call us the Twin Cities for a reason.
Yeah.
All right? I know some people that are twins, and they're very different people, but they're still
I got a
twins.
twin.
They're still, see?
Yeah.
So you know then.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure y'all are very different, right?
Yeah, we different, but yeah, we different.
I mean, you said it right there. We're different, but we're the same.
Yeah,
Right?
we different. but
Minneapolis,
we're the same.
St. Paul, we're different, but we're the same.
Right.
So, I mean, I know on some street shit, I know that there has been headbutting.
Right.
between St. Paul and Minneapolis. But
See, I never understood that. It's like, I'm like, y'all from 2 different cities. How do y'all even collide? Some people tell me they different perspectives on them. I'm like, how do y'all even collide? Y'all from 2 different cities. Because I never seen nothing like that. Like,
yeah, I don't know. See, I talk about that a lot too. Like, Minnesota is so much different
Yeah.
than any other state
Yeah.
because we do have the Twin Cities.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you talk about, like, let's say we're talking about music, right? The big markets. Let's say California.
Right.
What's in California?
Everything.
But it's L.A., right?
It's L.A.
You don't ever hear about, like, L.A. versus Sacramento.
Nah.
It's L.A., right? Like, you don't, or let's go to Georgia. It's Atlanta.
Yeah.
It's not Atlanta versus Savannah. It's, you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
I'm sure there probably are elements of that, but it's not like a narrative. And we
Yeah.
have that narrative.
Y'all have that. We got that narrative.
We got that narrative. And
Yeah.
there's not a lot of states out there, big markets, especially musically, that have that narrative.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I think it hurts us.
It might.
I think it hurts us because it's like there's no, I think that's where there's a big lack of unity is it is viewed as Minneapolis versus St. Paul when it should be
Yeah.
Minnesota
Right.
versus everybody.
I mean, from an outside perspective, it might look like that. Like, if somebody don't know what's going on here, they
Yep.
might see it as like that. Like, I had to realize that when I came out here working with certain people, working with certain other artists, I had to, like, all right, like, what y'all got going on out here? Because I ain't come out here for that. I came out here to, feel me, get into something else. So, feel me?
See, that's
Yeah.
you're highlighting another thing too, where it's
Yeah.
like you got to be careful. Even I mean, I've had cameramen come up here and talk about like they shot a video for this guy over here and a video for this guy over here, and now they're wrapped up in the middle of some shit
Right.
because they didn't know these 2 guys were. You know what I mean? Like they're just
Right.
shooting a video.
It's
And
business.
It is, but you do gotta like. That's been a constant conversation on this show specifically, where it's like people gotta play politics,
Right.
and I hate that.
Right.
Like I hate that because it's probably prevented a lot of like really dope collaborations.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Definitely. I didn't seen, like, I've been on to the Minnesota music scene, I'll say, since, like, 3rd grade when I moved back out here. I stayed in Brooklyn Park for, like, not that long. I ended up going back to, but I listened to, like, it was these dudes from Brooklyn Park, A-Dot.
Yep.
A-Dot and them.
Yep.
Like, I was like, yeah, they hard. Like, and they only a little bit older than me, and they was doing, I'm like, oh, shit, like, they actually tough. Feel me? And just to see them, like, it seemed like they doing bigger things, and I'm like, yeah, that's raw.
They are.
That's raw.
Yeah, they keep growing, man. A-Dot's a special kid, man.
Yeah.
He is. He definitely is. He's one. I mean, he seemingly kind of came out of nowhere,
Yeah.
and now it's like he's one of the. I mean, as far as the youngins go,
Yeah.
he's maybe the biggest young up and coming artist in that age gap, in that
Yeah.
age range.
He big in Iowa too. Like, they listen to him there too. Like, everybody, I'm like, dang.
Really?
Like, yeah, like, he big there too. Like, people tune in. Everybody listens to him.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Have you met him before?
Nah.
So, like, have you ever seen like him coming to do a show there?
Nah. It's just
They just listen to him out there.
they listen to him.
That's dope as fuck.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's great to hear.
Yeah.
That's really dope. I wonder if he knows that.
I'm sure. I mean, if he check his phone,
His analytics,
look
yeah.
who's streaming him,
Yeah.
he'll see.
Yeah, I don't know how in tune with how people are in tune with their business. You never know. Like a lot of people might have a fan base and they have no idea
Right.
because people don't pay attention to their business like that.
Yeah.
I would guess he does though.
Yeah.
I would guess he does.
I try to do it to see
Yeah.
who listens to me where.
And what have you found?
It seemed like Omaha like me more than where I'm from.
Nebraska's
Omaha.
fucking with you, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, wow, I ain't never even been to Omaha before. I'm like, all right. So I got a little something going on out there. Then Des Moines, my 2nd city, and then Minneapolis, my 3rd, and that's crazy to me.
So, like, would that be something would you utilize that information and do a show in Omaha?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I'm looking forward to that. As soon
Yeah.
as I get this little legal situation over, I'm finna try to get a little tour going on or something like that.
What about Iowa? Can you go back to Iowa and do
Nah,
shows, or is it too hot out there?
I can't go back I can't cross the state line. Them people gonna take me to jail.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. Shit. I hope you're not incriminating yourself, are you?
Nah.
All right. Okay. All right,
This
cool.
business. They know.
Okay.
But
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So talk to me about the music, man. Like what? I know you said you grew up kind of being inspired,
yeah.
but what's made you? Because a lot of people grow up in families that do music,
Right.
and then they kind of do it just because that's what they were raised around.
Yeah.
But that's not the case for you. You really feel like this is it for you?
I feel like it's it for me just because situations that happen, like just because stuff that didn't happen, like they did it, but I feel like I'm doing it bigger a little bit. I'm trying to do it bigger, and I just feel like I just feel it like my intuition is something gonna happen with it, so I'm gonna keep doing it. I really didn't have that motivation at first, but my homie, he passed away, rest in peace. He had that work ethic. He wasn't the rapper though. He was more like my manager type stuff. And I remember I used to be lazy. I write all day. I record on the phone, but I'm like, I was cheap too. I'm not spending no money on studio time. And it was Christmas like 2 years ago. 2 years ago, he came and got me. He was like, bro, we're going to the studio. And I'm like, all right, fuck it.
Christmas gift?
Christmas gift.
Okay.
And he took me. And then ever since then, I always went to the studio. I never recorded on my phone again. Consistently.
So his belief in you drives you.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's gone now, it's like you kind of feel like a responsibility to carry that on.
Yeah. I got to go harder because if he was here, he'd still be pushing me. He'd probably be right here with us. You feel me?
Yeah.
Big smile on his face.
Depending on what you believe, he might be.
Yeah.
He could be. I don't really know how that works, but
right.
I mean, I think people's energy for sure sticks with us, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That energy does never. I don't think the energy ever dies.
It don't.
Yeah, I don't think it does.
It's scientifically though.
So that's a big drive. So that's a big drive for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what inspires you? Like, who inspires you musically?
Like as rappers or just
or any art. I mean, anything. I don't care if it's Beethoven.
Music inspiring. I don't know. I think my dad doing it. He was a big inspiration to me. Yeah, my dad doing it. He was like a real big inspiration. I'll say because I seen him do it. Like all his work, everything he did. And
was he in Minnesota?
He from here, but he got the same situation as me, kinda.
Okay.
Yeah.
He
was here a little longer than me. He went to high school here. I do now too, but he been through more stuff here than I have.
He was doing music though in St. Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it? I mean, did he any notoriety? Did he make any noise?
I don't think it was like that back then. Or I don't know. I was too young to really know.
Yeah, I mean, we're still really in our infancy. The hip hop for sure is in its infancy stages in Minnesota for sure.
Yeah.
Like
I feel like y'all going up though. I feel like it's gonna be something here. Like just even this right here, like where I was at, we don't got this. So this is big. This is big to me. Like there's nothing there. Like there's nothing like this.
Yeah, and I mean, let me pop my shit for a second. Prior to me doing this job, not live on Lake Street, but I had a previous platform. I started my show in 2015, and as far as I know, and I always give credit where credit is due, Muja Messiah did have a podcast before me, but it was like once a month.
Right.
Nobody was doing media like this when I showed up. Like nobody. We didn't. It was like a wide open market, which is why I started doing it. Because when I initially started doing a podcast, it wasn't to cover the Minnesota scene. It was for me and my friend to talk shit about music.
Right.
Like on a national level. Like we were talking about like Drake and Game and Eminem and you know what I mean, like shit like that, Kanye. Yeah. But then we found out that we have artists here. And we were like, well, shit, let's start interviewing some of these guys and see what we got here. So, like, prior to me doing this, there was nothing. So, really, if you think about it, like, I started in 2015 doing interviews, giving artists a platform to talk. We're in 2020. That's 8 years.
Yeah. Put in that work.
8 years of, like, we've really only had 8 years of true, like, media platforms. Yeah. So, if you even just think about it on that level, like, the Breakfast Club has existed for what? 20 years?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we're only on 8 years and we still, even then, like we didn't have, even the local radio station here didn't do interviews with artists.
Yeah, I feel like even this platform is big. Like I was watching y'all when I was out there too.
That's dope.
Like I've been watching you. I like what y'all do here. So I was like,
I appreciate it.
Get on there.
You been putting people on out there in Iowa?
Yeah.
Good.
We just sit, like if we at home, we chilling, like, man, we finna go watch their interviews. We finna check the Minnesota scene out, like.
That's dope.
This is even crazy that I'm sitting right here talking to you right
now. That's really dope to hear, man. That honestly, that humbles me. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I appreciate you saying that. That's crazy. That's a really dope thing to hear. I'll never get used to shit like that. So that, I mean, that's a good segue right there. Like, so when you're out there and you're watching live on Lake Street, just as a consumer, are you getting put on to artists in Minnesota? Like, are you looking at that? Like, I don't know who that is, but I'm going to check them out. Or are you tuning into the ones of people that you know of?
I try to check people out, but then it's just I look at people who doing numbers. Yeah. A lot of people doing numbers here though. Like, so I try to, all right, let me see if my song gonna work right with them. I work with like one artist here so far, but I sent him my verse when I was still where I was at. I sent him my verse. We got a song. I'm working with him right now.
Who was that?
Nario.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. What was the reason for that?
Just we know common people.
Okay.
It's a lot of people from Minneapolis, St. Paul who live in Iowa too. I'm not the only one.
Got you.
So
there does seem to be. I mean, I don't know about as far as like people living there and living here, but I know that like artists from Minnesota do go out there and perform.
Yeah.
Because Iowa gets some shows. Like they bring some, especially Chicago. They get a lot of Chicago artists out there.
We got G Herbo.
Yeah.
We got Herb. It was lit.
Yeah.
It was lit.
And I mean, previous to that, like I don't know if you heard the High Def story.
I haven't.
He told the story about Dirk allegedly getting choked out by Lil Reese.
Yeah.
That happened in Iowa.
That happened in
Iowa.
That story, but I heard that like through another source type shit. I didn't know what happened in Iowa. That's fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that is. I don't know if that's true. That's what High Def says.
Yeah.
He was there. He was filming. He said he got his ass whooped too. On stage, he said he got punched in the face. So
something that went down with the Glow Boys, like yeah, I heard about that.
He was basically, I think it was his response to saying me asking why Dirk and Chief Keef will never be cool, and I guess it was that situation.
Yeah,
but I would like to see them be cool, to be honest. I wish they could figure that out because
like what they got going on. I heard about what they fell out about. I don't feel like it's fucked up, but I don't feel like it was reasonable to do all that because they really could be some big. Chief Keef, I don't know what he's doing right now, but Dirk, one of the biggest artists right now, I think.
Yeah, on the planet.
Yeah, on the planet. Yeah. So I feel like them coming together, that would be better for business. They got so much money, I don't feel like they got to beef about what's going on.
I think it'll happen someday.
Yeah.
Hov and Nas did.
Yeah.
Hov and Nas came back together, so
I feel like that was staged, though.
Might be.
I feel like that was staged, though, or maybe Jay-Z they just had the maturity because they older. They grew up in a different time era than the Chief Keef or Lil Durk era.
True.
So maybe they just was mature enough, like, we grown men, you know what I'm saying? We getting money, we ain't no need. Because he brought him out on stage, right?
Yep.
I read about that, actually, when I was locked up. I read about all that. So it was just like, maybe it was staged, though. It was all for the media.
Could have been.
Revenue.
Could have been. I'd be cool with that, too, though.
Yeah, I'd be cool with it, too.
I mean, even if Dirk and Chief Keef could just, piece it up, just on a national publication level, so we could all see it.
Yeah.
But I mean, they worked together a lot after that. Nas and Hov have been on a lot of songs together since then. So, but I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean they're cool. I think they are, to be honest. At this point, I think they are. At that point, it might have just been for the.
Yeah, it can't really be no beef after that. I don't think it could be, or at least not on the internet no more.
Yeah.
Or let the world see it. They keep everything probably behind closed doors and stuff.
Yeah,
but
and they're both pretty much billionaires at this point. So like.
Yeah.
What do y'all even have to beef about?
They done had their kids, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
So I think they chilling.
Yeah. Well, maybe someday we'll see that from Dirk and Chief Keef.
Hopefully.
But if we're being real, where those guys come from, a little different.
Yeah.
Than Nas and Hov.
Way different.
You know what I mean? The era was very different. As far as we know, a lot more bodies dropped over all that in that situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I guess it's possible that maybe it was just that was happening then too with Nas and Hov, and we just didn't hear about it because the internet wasn't prominent. But
yeah,
I don't think so.
I really don't know.
That seemed like rap beef to me.
Yeah, rap beef. Yeah. I think it is because I really don't know too much about what it was about with the Dirk and Chief Keef situation. Yeah. I think it was about he ain't give no bond money for their homie who was locked up or something like that. Yeah. But it's just I don't know if I would want to beef about that. I would just take
the beefs are so much different these days, man. Back then it was I fucked your baby's mom. Yeah. And now it's you didn't put no money on my books.
You ain't put no money. Yeah, but Chief Keef don't owe them nothing though. They as guys. I guess you supposed to look out. I would, but he don't owe them nothing. He don't gotta do that. If he offered to do it.
I do like the code of morals and ethics, though.
Me too.
I do like that.
I personally would have did it.
Yeah.
But I can understand. It's probably more to the story than we really know about or why he done it. A lot of stuff could have
definitely more to it than we know, for sure. And Dirk did come out very shortly after that interview and said, that didn't happen.
Right.
Nobody choked me out.
Allegedly.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
We'll never know unless the footage comes out someday. I need footage.
Been out by now.
Yeah, I need footage. Maybe.
Yeah.
Because whoever has that footage might not want to put that out.
Yeah.
You might be in trouble. You put that.
Dirk got a lot going on, and it's with the rap game nowadays. You don't even got to be from the same state. They beefing the young boy with Dirk beef. That is wild to me. Even just how that.
You think that's real? I don't think that's real.
King Von got killed. I can't see it being fake. it's a bloodshed. That's the first thing I really seen, like with the rap scene, somebody died behind that. That's crazy.
I often wonder if situations like that happen because Dirk has been ingratiated into mainstream hip hop, right?
Right.
Young Boy as well.
Yeah.
So those two, on a nationally recognized level, they know we can go back and forth, but it ain't no real shit. It's music.
Right.
But then you get somebody like Vaughn involved that doesn't understand that.
Yeah, he been through bonding, did real shit.
And
before.
he's like, no, we don't talk that way. And then it becomes real for somebody else.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, these guys are over here like, this isn't real, but Vaughn can't do that. He can't separate the two.
He can't fake it.
He can't separate the two. So I wonder how often somebody dies behind some shit that wasn't really even supposed to go there.
Yeah.
Because Young Boy talks about that a lot. Like, this is all entertainment. Now, that could also just be him
trying to duck the police.
Exactly.
That's what I think.
But I do feel like on some level, like, that's true. You know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah, it is. I just watched that interview yesterday, actually. It is. A lot of this stuff is entertainment.
Yeah.
But that's for people like him who already made it mainstream. Like,
yep.
Let's say a rap beef going on here.
Yep.
I don't think it's going to be entertainment. I think that's real life.
I think you're right. And that's why sometimes people get mad at me for, I mean, people say I instigate it. I don't instigate. I just ask questions.
Right.
I'm doing my job. I'm not trying to instigate anything at all. I'm really not. Like, if you ever see me or hear me instigate, it's some silly petty shit that I know is like, it's never going to go anywhere. Like, y'all might yell at each other if you see each other in public. But, like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I know the situations that were real and not. Right. I'm aware of when things got real and didn't. And I'm careful about that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want people to go to jail or go back to jail or die or even get hurt. I don't want nobody to get hurt.
Right.
So, but that's a fine line I got to walk.
Right.
It is. But I definitely don't ever want somebody to be like, yo, that interview that you did made this happen. I don't ever want to hear that. Ever.
Yeah.
Because that's not ever my intention.
I didn't see stuff like that, like really go left or not, like such as interviews, but just somebody, they could have said something in the song and it started something and something bad happened to them. Like, I didn't see it in real life, though.
For sure.
Like, it's just like, dang, like, could this be somebody else's fate that do this? Like, could this be my fate, saying this in these songs? That's why nowadays I'll just be careful with it. I don't even be trying to do that, get into the beef I got out there no more. I don't try to diss people. I'm on a new level now. I'm trying to elevate. This music ain't gonna make it that far. I'm trying to change, do something else, get a whole another audience.
That dissing shit, it can be fun for a little while, and it can definitely draw attention and get buzz. But it's not sustainable.
It ain't the good buzz neither.
Yeah.
Like I see, this just happened. Like, so I dropped this music video, right? It's called Talk Facts. And this was like, I've been out here like 2 weeks. So this was like a month ago. I dropped it January 22nd, right?
Yep.
So after that, something real bad happened to some people. And then, so the police was just searching social media.
Yep. And
they found my video.
Yep.
So it's like, I guess they went and told my probation officer, like, hey, your boy just dropped this video. He's talking about this, and that. But I'm thinking this is music. They can't do nothing like creative expression. I don't think that exists in the course no more.
It doesn't.
Yeah, so.
I've done the research.
Yeah, it don't.
Because I thought the same thing you thought until somebody told me otherwise, so I went and did the research.
Yeah.
100%.
It don't.
It does not exist anymore.
So they came, like, so I'm at the crib.
Well, it depends on where you're at.
Yeah.
In Minnesota.
It don't.
It does not.
I don't think it counted Iowa neither. Because I was at the crib.
Right.
I'm just sitting down, I'm chilling, like, I'm thinking about it because, you feel me, like, I got my homies calling me, like, hey, my PO just called me and asked me about your video. Like, three of my homies, they on probation too. So they tell me, I'm like, all right, bro, I'm finna take it. I'm finna take it down. But it was too late. Like, they had it.
Yep.
So it's like 7:30. I had curfew at 8. So they knew when I was going to be at home. All I hear is boom, 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 boom. I'm like, oh, shit, who the fuck is this? I look, I don't see nobody. I go back. Then they boom, 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 boom. My mom said, who is it? They say, it's the Des Moines Police Department. I'm like, shit. All right, I'm finna just gonna try to sit in the back room. Like, 'cause they can't be here for me. But I'm thinking, like, who the fuck else they here for? They came and got me. I guess that was a violation of my probation. The music video was a violation of my probation. So I had to go sit down for like a month. And they just, you feel me? They just told me it was a violation. But they released me, though. On February 25th, they released me. But I feel like my PO probably is trying to give me a chance because it's like, I just did a year for him already, so he just like, yeah, this kid done been through a lot. And for the most part on my probation, I've been doing what I was supposed to. So I feel like he gave me a chance and just like, you go to Minnesota, I'm going to let you feel me? I'm going to switch your probation over to out there. But if you stay in Iowa, you're going to go to state training school. I'm like, shit. I had a decision to make.
Wow.
Because I wasn't going to state training. I just got out of Woodward. I was in Woodward for a minute. So I'm like, I just got out, bro. I got a family and shit. I ain't got time to be going to jail. I got a purpose. I got a career to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Minnesota. It's more outlets out there anyway. Like shit like this. So that's the decision I made, and that's what I'm doing.
That's good. I hope that works out. I hope it works out for you. I think it will. Seems like you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I've been doing
an
it
idea
for a little second.
I want to say something real quick. I wasn't sure if I would ever say this on camera, on the mic, but I can tell y'all from first hand, the hip hop police
is real.
Is a real thing.
I
can tell you firsthand experience. I have dealt with them recently.
See, so it's real.
They can't just come get. It's not just music. Interviews too.
Right.
So word to the wise for people out there that are doing interviews. Be careful.
Yeah, I ain't saying nothing on here that's crazy. I'm trying to tell people for further notice. Don't do nothing too crazy in music videos. Ain't gonna get you nowhere.
Did you see the interview with Haji? He said he told us that the Minneapolis MPD uses his music video for the song "Y'all Not Die L's" for training.
For training.
For training.
That is wild. Like
crazy.
I feel like that's foul though, because I feel like just where in these communities, specifically like black communities, black basketball, football, and rapping is like the way out. So when we go in there, so we like it's I mean, you can make it anything you put your mind to, but these like the main things we see people doing, and it's like, all right, that's how I'm gonna do it. So now I'm rapping, cause this I feel like I'm gonna make it out, and I'm just
feels like they're trying to take away yet another thing.
Yeah, they're trying to take it away, or it's a setup. Cause now I did this, now you finna send me to jail. Like they didn't brought my music videos up. My music videos up in court. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Like I feel like, damn, is that reasonable, or can y'all actually do this? But I kind of got lucky. My judge he was like, let's pay attention to what happened instead of these music videos. We need to, because I'm still in juvenile court.
That's good.
So they want to pay attention to like the seriousness of the situation instead of like the other extra shit. So he was more focused on, feel me? Because when I got to,
sounds like you got a good judge.
Yeah, I got a good judge.
Yeah,
I appreciate him.
Yeah. That's good. We need more judges like that can separate. Like, all right, let's be honest. Like, let's be logical about this, y'all. Yeah. Like, yes, he's in his music video with a gun, but
wasn't even no guns.
Well, you know what I'm saying. I'm just as an example, but Sylvester Stallone is in fucking King of Tulsa with guns, killing all kinds of people. Like, if Sylvester Stallone gets popped for some shit, are they gonna bring up Tulsa King episodes in the courtroom? Probably not. So it's kind of, you know what I mean? Like, I get it's not apples to oranges, but it's also not apples to apples.
Right.
I get there's a difference, but at the same time, I mean, it doesn't really matter. They can do it.
Right.
That's the facts. They can use that shit against you. I don't think it's right. I think that there should be more isolated situations. Like, I understand. Look, if somebody in a video says, I pulled up to so-and-so and I shot him, and that person really got shot in real life, and you say that person's name, all right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and use that. That seems pretty incriminating, right? But
it's just, you will never have to go through that until you catch a case.
Yeah.
Because, like, I feel like if I wouldn't have caught that case last year, and I had just turned 16, too, if I wouldn't have caught that case last year, they wouldn't have been able to, like, do all this shit. It's they got that pull because I caught a case. All right, so now, because they probably been looking at me. I know they would been looking at me.
Let's use everything we can against them.
Yeah, all right, now we got his ass. Because as soon as I came in, like, it was crazy. Like, I went to detention. I come in. I walk in, the staff like 10. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, they was watching my music videos on the computer. I'm like, what the hell? Like, this fed as hell. But it's like, them people in there just do their job. They ain't the police. They just youth service workers. But I'm just like, damn, that's crazy.
They probably liked your shit. Knew it word for word. I mean, that's another thing Haji said. He said a lot of them CEOs and shit, they knew his songs.
Yeah.
He had posted a video of him at a bowling alley, and one of the cops that had arrested him years ago approached him, was like, you're Haji.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah. And he started reciting his song to him. like a country ass white dude.
I would have been scared.
But he was scared.
Is you Is you trying to get me?
He was scared.
Yeah.
He was nervous. You saw it in the video. Like he posted the video. He was like, "What the fuck? Like that has to be crazy." But like, god damn, it's a weird world we live in, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
That I would have been really scared. Like, hold on, is he trying to get me? But I'll say it was some real people in there. Like it was a TL in there. I ain't gonna say his name, but he was real though. Like he be in the community, so he wasn't in there to be no dickhead to kids.
He actually cared.
He cared. Like he just sat me down. He like, bro, like you telling on yourself. He just said me like, you can't be the rapper and the one actually holding the guns. Like, cause now look where you at. He
Good
just
advice.
Said, you feel me? Like we gotta do like service groups in there, so we gotta do groups. It was a group on another wing. I wasn't there. He pull up the music video. He said, "All right, now this is how to go to jail 1-on-1."
Your music video?
Yeah.
Which one? For which song?
It was "Walk 'Em Down."
Okay.
Yeah, he brought that one up. I was like, "Oh shit, bro! Like, why would you do that?" But it's just they ain't the police.
Yeah.
They just work there.
I mean, it's good advice. He's right.
Yeah.
You can't be the rapper and the guy with the gun. Like you can't. You just can't do it.
Yeah, I saw him when I got out too.
But also at the same time, and I gotta say this too, like sometimes rappers that haven't made it to where they're trying to get, they gotta have a gun.
Yeah.
Because their environment or their situation or their ties or who they used to be tied to, or
they might not see rap as big. Like I know when I was there, I got a vision, but I know that I ain't there yet. I ain't all the way there yet. I still got a lot of work to do. So when I'm in my city, of course, like I want to be around. I want to feel protected. Like I could leave that shit alone. I could be like, all right, fuck that shit. I'm focusing on my career.
Yo, your best bet, and this is not just for you, but for anybody watching.
Yeah.
Get you a firearm legally.
Legally.
And I understand that that there are people out there that have felonies, right?
Yeah.
You can get around that. You can. There are ways to still file for your permit.
We got stand your ground law in Iowa.
I don't think stand your ground is in Iowa?
Yeah, we got stand your ground law.
I did not know that.
Yeah, we had it for a little second now. Some people didn't play with. It's been a couple of times somebody didn't play with somebody didn't get their ass hit because they got that stand your ground law.
I had no idea. So that's new.
It's newer.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That stand your ground law is a motherfucking.
Yeah. After that, everybody had guns.
Texas, you fuck around and end up in somebody's front yard on accident and get blown down.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't. Everybody.
They got stand your ground law out there like a motherfucker.
Put a shotgun in your dashboard while you're driving around. Like yeah. That's different. Okay, man. Well, for one, this was a great conversation.
Yeah.
For real. Like this was a fun conversation. I'm glad we could have it. And I think we dropped a lot of gems too.
Yeah.
For real. Which is, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna give you your credit. It's rare that I sit down with somebody that's 17 years old and we have a conversation like this.
I was practicing.
No, you did a great job. You're doing a great job. And I think your mind is in the right spot. You clearly are matured far beyond 17.
Yeah.
Which I think bodes well for you in music. You have a good understanding of what's going on out here. That's important. That being said, before we go, I want to make sure that people know, like, what are we looking for right now? What do you got out right now? What do you want people to go to? What you got? Singles, videos, everything.
I got an album out right now, Letter to Five on Ken 10. Letter to Five is on all platforms. Y'all could go stream that. My YouTube channel, 5B4L Entertainment. That's our little label. That's what me and my people working with. We got that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Future plans? You got?
I'm finna make another album. I'm working on it right now.
Artists you want to work with in Minnesota that you've been watching from Iowa?
Sure. Like it's like, all right, now that just to get this out there, I know it's beef. It's beef now. So there's the people I work with. I think I'm just gonna, like, I want to work with a lot of people. It's a lot of people like I want to work with, but just right now, like, cause I don't want to get into no shit out here. Cause that's why I left Iowa. But I'm gonna keep working with Nario and them, etc. Right now, I'm try to work with some other people from St. Paul too.
Yeah. Skeet, you looking at Skeet?
Yeah, I'm trying to work with Skeet for sure.
His price might be up a little bit right now.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Money not a thing.
Yeah. Okay. You heard it here. You heard what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, Skeet got it right now.
Yeah, I was watching him in Iowa for sure.
Yeah. Skeet's the one, man.
He big here.
He's big.
Yeah.
He's a big deal. Yeah. Nah, he's a big deal. I think he might be that one that really breaks through that ceiling that we're all talking about breaking through.
That's inspirational too.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's inspiration to me. Shit. Just to see, because like I said, I've been doing this since 2015.
Yeah.
this conversation has been happening for that long about who's going to be the one.
Right.
And we've yet to we've seen some that have done some really great things, and like some of the producers are out here really killing shit.
Yeah.
You know, like if you want to talk about St. Paul, even though he doesn't really rep St. Paul like he should, but Cardo Got Wings.
Right.
He's from St. Paul, and he's out here producing for the biggest.
So who your top 5 Minnesota artists?
My top 5?
Yeah.
Personal top 5?
Yeah.
Woo! My personal top 5. This is going to go Minnesota viral. You ready?
Yeah.
My personal top 5. This is in no particular order. Prince Riley.
All right.
I'm going to put Skeet in there.
All right.
I'm going to keep John Ray in there. I put a lot of pressure on John Ray on this show. A lot. But I love John Ray. I mean, I do. Oh, man. I think Nakara Forget. I don't know if you're familiar with her, but she's building something. Her and her
I'm gonna check her out.
Her and her partner are building something with their Rooted Society. They're bringing more artists in, and then just off the strength of being, in my opinion, the best rapper in Minnesota. Even though I think he's got to get to work, Nucky. That's my top 5.
All right.
That's my top 5 right there. Nucky got to get to work, but I don't think anybody can see him when it comes to rap.
Lyrically? I'm going to check him out.
Yeah, I don't think anybody can out-rap Nucky.
Yeah.
Anybody. Now, mind you, this could change tomorrow. That whole thing, like my list changes. But right now, that's my top 5.
Right.
Let me give an honorable mention to Mac Turner. Another guy that's I want more music, solo music from.
You want to see more? Yeah.
More solo music.
That.
More solo music. Like he dropped the album 2020, I believe, or 2021. But once he
check them out.
Yeah, but once he drops, he's trouble. I would say he might be the most talented. Like when it comes to just pure talent across the board, Mac Turner might be the most talented artist in Minnesota.
Why do you say that?
He can sing.
Versatility?
Versatility's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anybody more versatile than him. But the thing about it is even his singing voice is so unique, unlike anything else on the planet.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
That's what
but
I like.
But people forget because he is so melodic and he does be singing to these women out here. When Mac raps, bro, he's nice.
Yeah.
He doesn't rap a lot. He does a lot of the melodic singing stuff like that. But
I'm trying to get into that too.
Yeah.
I'm still learning my voice and shit.
Mac is nice. He's special. All the people I just named are special. And anybody that I didn't name in my top 5 or my honorable mention.
Right.
People know who I fuck with.
So what about the young people then?
The youngins?
Yeah, the youngest.
It's tough because I don't know where to draw the line with young. Because some of those artists I just named are pretty young. I guess not really. I mean, Riley's fairly relatively young. But I mean, obviously A-Dot. Kid that's next to A-Dot, Kevo.
Yeah.
I would say like I'd probably put NZ Rose in there. God, there's a lot of artists. I don't always know if they're young or where they're at, but Skeet is relatively young, as far as I know. I don't know how old he is.
I don't either.
But I mean, Skeet could be, no disrespect to Skeet, but he could be 22 or 40. I don't really know. I don't know. I can't call it.
Right.
But I mean, Juice Lord, I would put him in that category.
I just actually heard about him. I just learned about him like yesterday.
But he's not really young anymore.
I saw his little clothing brand. That's raw.
Which one? Heal Love or Lord Season or which one? He's got a couple of them.
It was I forgot, but it was peachy, but the colors was like pink, and it was just, the colorway was just so raw.
Yeah, I think that's his Heal Love.
I was like, Heal Love.
Yeah.
I was like, who is this? He said, the dude told me he was on the bus. He was like, he was getting on the bus. He said, it's my man Juice. I'm like, let me get his Instagram right quick, cause
Juice, my brother, man. Shout out to Juice. I was just texting with him just before you walked in, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Juice. He's about to go on tour with Prof.
Oh shit.
Yeah, big tour.
Yeah.
Big tour. And he's dropping a project called 8th Inning soon.
I'm going to go tap in with him for sure.
It's hard. Okay, man. Well, great conversation. Glad we could do it. I really wish you the best of luck. I'm going to be watching. Tell them where they can find you, everything.
You can find me on Instagram at everythingken10. You can find me on Facebook, Ken Spin the Bins, YouTube, 5U4L Entertainment, Ken10 on all platforms.
Cool, man. I appreciate your time. That's
Yes,
it.
sir.
Another episode of Minnesota's #1 daily show live on Lake Street. I am Jake Faircloth. Follow me everywhere at Jake Faircloth1.
Definitely, but it's like
It ain't that I can't stop, it's that I won't stop. I made a few plays off a flip, now I'm on top. I'm Southside Chief, homie, yeah. What you know about it? Lake Street legend CEO, not the co-founder. What you wanna know about me? I'm so cursed up, I'm the last man standing, but I went first up. Most hated, they don't say it when I roll up. The things that people say about me, they don't say close up. Check it, I ain't been to the booth in a minute. Niggas hate the fact that I'm winning. Who makes him the chief of the South Side? Oh my nigga, I'm not the lieutenant. When I was in the gym, you wasn't in it. Face hot, so my windows is tinted. If I said that shit, then I meant it. Niggas gave me the rules and I bent it.